So if you're looking at this video, you're thinking about moving to Glen Ellyn, Illinois. Now in this video, we're going to show you around Glen Ellyn, Illinois. We'll take you through some of the neighborhoods and show you some homes at some different price points so you can see what may fit in your budget. Now if you stick around to the end, I'll share with you some best kept secrets, so you definitely don't want to miss this. So let's get started. My name is Henry Vasquez and I'm with House Select Realty. Now we get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help in making their move into the Chicagoland area, and we love it. Whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 weeks, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of the information is in the description below, so we can help you make a smooth move to the Chicagoland area and possibly here in Glen Ellyn, Illinois. So as I mentioned, we're in Glen Ellyn, Illinois, and I want to tell you a few things about this. Now here I decided to start off here in this downtown district. So this is where the train station is. This is where everything happens. You've got the north side of the tracks and you got the south side of the tracks. And in all reality, it doesn't really matter whether you're on the north or south. There's boutiques, there's restaurants, there's coffee shops, wine tasting, just about anything you could possibly want for entertainment is here in this area. Now, this is basically a hub for where people get back and forth from downtown Chicago. And this is the Union Pacific West line for the Metra. So over here is where, you know, most people, if they want to move to Glen Ellyn, enjoy everything that they want to do here in Glen Ellyn, but also have the ability of going downtown if they work downtown or just want to, you know, enjoy the day downtown. They can always just use the Metra. So just to kind of give you an idea, you can take a look and see what everything looks like here at the downtown area. Very nice, very clean town, very well-to-do, and I really enjoy coming here, especially if it's just to come to dinner or maybe just have a drink or just simply hang out. Now right behind my shoulder, and you can't really see it from here, is Glenbard West High School. Very top-rated school, and very big attraction here for the people of Glen Ellyn. Now Glen Ellyn is also a very well-heeled and very well-to-do town, and so the north part doesn't really differ much from the southern part as far as the quality of homes and the types of homes that you have. You do have quite a few parks, you do have quite a few areas, a lot of restaurants as I mentioned before, small bars, little wine tasting areas, but it's a very nice place and a place where I think you would enjoy being and living here if you choose to come to Glen Ellyn, Illinois. So what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at homes in the area, and so we're going to get started now, and you'll see a few clips of videos of the area before we actually get to the homes, so you can get a better idea of what Glen Ellyn looks like and feels like. All right, so let's get started and let's show you around town. Okay, so here we are at house number 1. This is listed for $698,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2 full baths with 2 half baths and a full basement. This is also built in 1985. Now this neighborhood is roughly about 40 to 50 years old, so it gives you an idea of the neighborhood. It's fairly nice. Now the difference here, we're in the southern part of Glen Ellyn, so we're actually pretty close to Lombard. On the other side of 355 is Lombard, and this particular area seems to have more your conventional streets like other towns that we have visited. So but most of Glen Ellyn, say the stuff that's closer to the train station, is going to have the streets that are more like what we're going to see, that are going to be very narrow, and this one's a little bit wider. So let me kind of pan around here so you can see behind me is a nice little lake. get a good idea of what the neighborhood kind of looks like. Now, the interesting thing about this particular area is that it's very close to Roosevelt Road. Now, Roosevelt Road is in the south end of Glen Ellyn, and Roosevelt Road goes east-west, and 355 goes north-south. So I-355 is a toll road that takes you from the southern parts of the suburbs to the northern parts, and that particular Roosevelt Road gives you the option of having shopping and plenty of grocery stores, small shops, that sort of thing. It's not the boutique area that the downtown area is, but it does give you a lot of your everyday things like hardware stores and coffee shops and grocery stores. You know, your big label restaurants like McDonald's and Burger King and that sort of thing is on Roosevelt Road. So it's more your everyday Americana stuff, whereas the downtown area is going to give you the boutiques. So this is a little bit further south than the downtown area. But this gives you an idea of what $700,000 gives you. In this particular case, is $698,000. So now we're going to go on to the next home, so you can see what that's like, and we can talk about that in a few minutes. Okay, now we're at house number 2. This house is listed for $899. It is a 4-bedroom, 3 full baths with a 2-car detached garage, and it's built in 1948. So this is one of your older houses, not quite the oldest, but it's one of the older houses here in Glen Ellyn. Just so you can get an idea of where the house is situated. This one is actually on a corner lot, and like most neighborhoods here in Glen Ellyn, you're going to see that there is some new construction built mixed in with some of these older homes that are here. So here we are at this house. You can take a good look at it. Roughly about 2,500 square feet. Now there's the 2-car garage that belongs to this house. I want you to take a look at the houses around it. Kind of get a good scope of the neighborhood. Now, one of the things you're probably going to notice is that the streets are well paved. Very nice streets here in Glen Ellyn. What you don't have is a whole lot of space to park. So there's not a lot of parking here on the streets in Glen Ellyn. So that's something that I want to bring to everybody's attention. Now, taking a look at this house once again, there's the garage. There's a nice little gazebo back there. Now, because this is a corner lot, this corner lot does not allow for much backyard space because most of the house is on the lot and it takes up most of the lot. But here we are. This is a rehab 1948 property. So that gives you an idea of what you get for $899 here in Glen Ellyn. I'm going to continue to pan around so you can see, check out the neighborhood. You're probably going to see some new construction behind me or some newer construction built in with some of the older homes. Right behind this house is a new construction home, probably built within the last, say, 5 to 10 years tops. There's the house again. Let me see if I can get a shot of the house right behind it so you can get an idea of what's there. So there's no backyard to this property. What you have is a side yard. You have a side yard right behind me, and then you've got the enclosed side yard, which is between the garage and the house. So there you go. This is what gets you roughly in this part of town. Now, this one thing I do want to mention about this part of town is that it is closer to the downtown area. So that also fits in with the value of this property. Because we're basically a stone's throw from the downtown area, you can actually walk to the downtown area if you wanted to. So that's why you see some of these prices for some of these much older homes in that $800,000, $900,000 area. Then you got some of these nicer new construction homes, which I'll show you right behind me. And a home like that is probably going to go for probably close to $2 million, if not a little bit more. So that gives you an idea of what you get in this area, and hope you like what you see. Now we're going to go on to the next house. Okay, so now we're at the last house. This house is listed for $977,000. It was just finished this year in 2023, and it has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths with a full basement, obviously a 2-car garage, as you can see in front. And this is in an area where it's just a small courtyard, small cul-de-sac, where most of the homes are roughly about the same. This is roughly about a 3,000 square foot home, and the other homes around it are roughly about the same with 3,000 square feet. Now, if you look behind me, there's one spot there, and there's another spot over there, I believe, that looks like that they can build on. There may be a third spot I think I saw as I was coming into the cul-de-sac. But that's basically what you get here in the northern part of Glen Ellyn. Now, Glen Ellyn, as I've mentioned to you before, is a fairly well-to-do area. So this is on the northern part, and there really isn't a cheaper part of Glen Ellyn, but if you had to say for the money, you get a little bit more in either the northern part, far northern part, or the far southern part of Glen Ellyn, because as you can see, we saw the one that was close to the downtown area, and that was listed at a fairly high price. I believe it was somewhere around the $800,000 mark, and it was built in 1948, I believe. So that's really the difference between, you know, what you can get up here and what you can get closer to the downtown area by the Metra station. Once again, I'm going to kind of pan through this so you can see. Right behind me is another subdivision of houses about the same size. I don't think that's a newer subdivision. I think it's more of a pre-existing, but those houses can't be any more than 20 or 25 years old. But basically the same type of layout. But here's what you get in Glen Ellyn for almost $1 million. So like I said, this one was listed for $977,000, and there's actually a couple of lots here in this cul-de-sac. So if you are interested in this type of property, you're looking for new construction in Glen Ellyn, this is what you can kind of expect for roughly about $1 million. So now we're back at my office, and I just want to kind of summarize what we did for today in our tour. I hope you enjoyed it. The first home we saw was in the south end of Glen Ellyn, Illinois, and that was listed for $698,000. It was a 4-bedroom, 2 full baths with 2 half baths with a full basement, roughly about 2,500 square feet. Like I said, it was on the south end of the Glen Ellyn area. Very nice area, just a little bit farther from the downtown area of Glen Ellyn that most people are probably familiar with and most people enjoy being around. But very nice streets, very well kept, about a 40 or 50 year old area, and this home was built in 1948. The second home we went to go see was listed for $899. Now this was much closer to the downtown area, probably just a stone's throw from it. The home was significantly older, 1948, and it was also a 4-bedroom with 3 full bathrooms and a full basement. The difference here is that the home is older. The home was also a rehabbed home, a recent rehab, and it was very close to the downtown area. And as you get closer to that downtown area, things get more expensive. And so you don't necessarily get more for your money there. You're basically buying because of location. So that was the second house. Now the third house was on the north end of Glen Ellyn, and this was a new construction. Now this one was listed for $977,000, almost $1 million. It was a 4-bedroom, 3 full baths with 1 half bath, has a full basement, and the property was roughly about 3,000 square feet. So significantly bigger, significantly newer than the other two, but it's also on the north end of town, which is, again, a little bit further away from the downtown area, so you pay for location. So in this particular case, we were able to find a new construction home close to that $1 million mark, but again, it's brand new, nothing to worry about, nothing to do, but it is on the north end of town. It isn't where the downtown district is, nor the Metra station, so obviously that came into play as far as its pricing is concerned. So that was a summary of the properties that we saw for today. I want to talk to you a little bit about the town of Glen Ellyn. It's a beautiful town. I can't say enough about it. It is a town that you should drive through. You feel like you're driving through a storybook, because a lot of the town's homes are very quaint, very historic. You have anywhere from 150-year-old houses to brand new houses, and they're all sprinkled in there, and nothing really looks like it's out of place. Very well kept area. Streets, for the most part, are lined with very mature trees. The one thing you do notice about mostly the center part of Glen Ellyn is that the streets aren't that wide, so you don't really have much parking on the main streets, because realistically there just isn't anywhere to park. You can only drive through it. Some of the side streets you can park on, but I don't believe you can park on there overnight. Most towns are like that, but this town in particular, because in the main area of Glen Ellyn, those streets are fairly narrow. Now, Glen Ellyn is known as the Village of Volunteers. That's a motto that was given to them, I believe, in 1991. Glen Ellyn is a suburb of the city of Chicago, and it has a population of roughly 28,500 residents. Glen Ellyn is also about 23 miles directly west of the downtown area of Chicago. So it's right on that Union Pacific Railroad line, and it's 23 miles directly west of the downtown area. Now, as far as medium home value, I got this from niche.com. The medium home value is roughly about $464,300, and the median household income in that area is roughly $124,700 per year. 78% of the residents do own their homes. So that is a very good sign of how much people love being in Glen Ellyn. Now, also in niche.com, I also found out that Glen Ellyn is one of the best places to live in Illinois. No surprise. It offers residents a mix of urban with a suburban feel. So you get a little taste of that kind of Chicago living with the suburban feel that you get out in most of the suburbs out here in Chicago. And most residents, like I said, do own their homes. The homes probably are anywhere from 150 years old to brand new. and you see a mix through there, but nothing really feels kind of out of place. Everything feels like it should be there. And some homes are actually built to kind of look like they're much older homes, but obviously they're not. In Glen Ellyn, there are a lot of restaurants, coffee shops, recreation centers, parks. There's just so much to do there. Whether you're on the north side or the south side, it's pretty much scattered throughout Glen Ellyn. And kind of the heart of it all is that downtown area. Now, in Glen Ellyn, you also have the Illinois Prairie Path that comes from the east. That takes you right through Glen Ellyn. Some of it even goes along the Union Pacific Metra line that's there. So some of it actually kind of goes along there. You can either bike or you can walk or run, whatever it is that you want to do on that. And it's a very nice, very scenic way to get around. A lot of people use it for obvious reasons, and it is a very nice attraction to the Glen Ellyn area. Now, Glen Ellyn is also known, that I haven't brought up before, known for the College of DuPage. That's in the southern end of Glen Ellyn. And the College of DuPage is a junior college, basically a 2-year college, but it doesn't give you that feel. You actually have a 4-year institution feel to this property because it is very, very big, has a lot of campus attractions. It's a lot bigger than you would suspect a junior college to be, and there is so much that they have to offer there, and it's also a very nice place to visit and kind of walk around and enjoy nature as well. Now, don't hold me to this, but some famous alumni to the College of DuPage are the late John Belushi, the actor-comedian, and the brother of John Belushi, Jim Belushi, who is also an actor. And they are both alumni of the College of DuPage. Found it on Wikipedia, thought it would be interesting for people to know that. So don't hold me to that, but that was from Wikipedia. Now this area, Glen Ellyn, which was known by another name, was established in 1834 by the Churchill family. They were a European family who moved to New York and then moved to the Glen Ellyn area and established this town. Now they wouldn't receive their current name of Glen Ellyn until 1891. By that time, Glen Ellyn had become kind of a hub of, I guess for people coming from the city, it was a way to relax, and it was a resort style area. Not so much what it is today, but it was a resort style area for people coming in from the city of Chicago. It was advertised as such around the same time of 1891. And I got that from the chicagohistory.org pages. So that's basically it about Glen Ellyn. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've enjoyed our trip around Glen Ellyn so you can see what it's like for yourself firsthand, and also the information that we've provided to you. So I know that some of you watching this probably have lived there or maybe currently live there, and if you have any tips or any ideas that would be helpful to our people watching this, go ahead and put it in the comments below. And for those of you that are moving into the area or plan on moving into the area, whether it's 7 days or whether it's 7 weeks, shoot us a text, give us a call, or even send us an email. I would love to be able to help you out with your move and show you around town. Until then, hope to see you around town, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.